Here's why.
No. Trust me. But you didn't hear what you think you heard.
Seemed clear enough to me.
No, see, Cassie's had a lot of problems, personal problems, and Blair and I, well, we just both concerned for her. We just want to make sure nothing bad happened to her.
Oh, okay.
Good. Just forget it. Totally unimportant. So, we're still on for lunch?
No.
Something wrong?
I think we need to get something straight, Marty. In fact, why don't we do that right now?
Sorry, sometimes these calls can be a real nuisance.
No,
Writers with writer's block. Well, a little hand-holding's part of the job.
I was just fine, thank you.
Well, now, as I was saying, the contract we could offer would advance you half the money when you submit the sample chapter and outline, and the remainder when we receive the manuscript. How does that sound?
Essentially, I would be writing the story of my life, emphasizing the Victor Lord years.
With all the juicy details, and then your indictment, the trial, the time on death row, from your point of view, of course, your innocent point of view. Although,
What?
Well, I'm wondering how much time you're going to have for the book, given that you're tied up running The Intruder.
You know, it's funny that you should mention that, because I'm going to tell you a secret. I have been thinking about selling The Intruder for more than a year. And really, all that sleaze, the checkbook journalism, dealing with that on a day-to-day basis. I don't suppose you would be interested in buying a tabloid.
Well, actually, that's not a bad idea.
Arthur, you must be joking. Your publishing firm is strictly first class.
Well, I wasn't thinking of my firm, but actually I'm the literary advisor to a trust fund that owns a publishing conglomerate. They might very well be interested.
Really?
Yes, at present, they own a string of small family newspapers, but they have spoken to me several times about buying a tabloid. Yes, you may not have heard of the conglomerate, but I'm sure you know one of the magazines they run.
Which one?
Independent Woman.
Actually, the revenue comes from the controlling interest in the holding company, which owns the stock.
Better yet, Independent Woman has become one of the most successful publications going, which means that the holding company that owns the stock must be worth millions.
27.8 million, to be exact.
So, Arthur, you are the advisor, the literary advisor to this conglomerate?
Well, technically, I'm the advisor to the trust fund that owns the conglomerate, but of course, they will be passing it on to him when he turns 25.
Him. Lucky him. Imagine inheriting that little trust.
Yes, someone is going to be very, very rich.
All right, tell me. Who is that someone who is going to inherit all of that money?
I want you to misunderstand this. I wanted to spend time with you ever since we first met.
I know, and I've been wrapped up in all my own problems.
Yeah, you've had a lot of stuff weighing you down.
Yeah, you could say that.
Seems to me it's still there.
Well, at least I'm getting Todd out of my life.
Yeah, and that's great. But there still is this other complicated situation that you keep talking about with this person. Maybe it's Andrew Carpenter, maybe
No,
not.
I told you it wasn't Andrew.
Hey, whoever it is, that's between you and him. I just want you to understand what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
Look, I'm not interested in some part-time, maybe later relationship. And as long as there's other guys in your life, I'm leaving.
Oh.
So, if you ever get free, give me a call.
Andrew, I'm afraid.
I know you are, Rebecca.
I'm afraid because I don't know what to think sometimes, and I know that sometimes my mind plays tricks on me.
Rebecca, you're confused. When you calm down, it's all gonna be a lot clearer to you.
This is what we need to do now. And call the police and have them come here.
No, please, I can't do that. I can't, no.
Rebecca, listen to me, listen. At least do this. At least come to the rectory with me, okay? Because the police, they need to get hold of this knife as soon as possible, okay? So come to the rectory with me.
Okay, you go to the rectory and let me stay here. This is the only place that I feel safe. Please, Andrew. I need to pray for forgiveness.
Rebecca, all right, fine. Fine, you stay here. I'll make the call, and I'll be back in just a minute, okay? Promise you'll stay here now.
Dear God, God of love, God of mercy, he's going to tell Bo, I know he is, and then the police.
Day, I know your happy smile is bound to grow. Get well soon. I know, look, when I saw this little dog here, well, it was you and it was us and it's just perfect. Sorry.
Yeah. I especially like the part about my sunny face and we're such great old friends.
Well, old, new, it doesn't matter. And look, so we might compete for the most pathetic award for the rest of our lives, but I'll take a friend whenever I can get one.
Listen, I meant to thank you for interrupting my murder. That was really very thoughtful of you.
My pleasure.
You better look out, Blair. You're saving people's lives. You're never going to win the most rotten award.
I know that. You keep reminding me, all right? So come on, who do you think is doing this to you, Todd?
I don't know. When I first started thinking about it, I said, whoever's doing these rapes is trying to set me up, you know?
Yeah.
Now, he's not just trying to pin something on me. It's beyond that. It's personal. He came after me. He doesn't just want me behind bars. He wants me dead.
Wants you dead? I mean, who would want you dead?
How about that guy that just had his hand around my throat when you walked in?
You mean that Brent guy?
Brent Sutton. Blair. I think that's the guy who tried to kill me.
Rebecca hasn't been right since the night that she was attacked, Andrew. A lot of people have noticed that.
I understand, but I think what happened, Bo, is that she accuses Todd of being the attacker. That turns out to be wrong. Now she's feeling such guilt that she's actually accusing herself of killing him.
Say she's here?
She was here, Bo. Now, look, I know what you're thinking, but she is not the kind of person that is going to attack Todd with a knife.
And how come she had the knife? How come she disappeared?
Rebecca, when you didn't answer the phone, your machine was off. I got worried.
Al.
What? Are you okay?
Something terrible has happened.
What? What happened?
Because of me. Oh, God. Because of me. Todd is dead, and the police are after me.
After you? Why?
Pal, I have to get away. As far away as I can. Will you help me?
Who is going to inherit all of that wealth?
Well, actually, it's a bit ironic because it's the son of the man you were once married to.
Oh, Victor Lord's son.
Yes, apparently a trust was formed before the boy was born, and voila, like Jack's beanstalk, it grew.
Voila, indeed. Who would have thought that David Vickers was going to be so fantastically rich?
Yes, of course, you know him, don't you? Yes, sure, I remember. Yes, when he came forward to help overturn your murder conviction, he was written up in the papers as the long-lost son of Victor Lord and his mistress, what's her name?
Irene Manning